Good morning, everyone. I, Dr. Deepika Deswal, welcome you all to the first session of the day 6 of this FTP. Our resource person for this session is Dr. Priyanka, Associate Professor, Amity University, Gurugram. Before I hand over the stage to Dr. Priyanka, let me give a brief introduction of her academic journey. Dr. Priyanka is a renowned life coach and registered counselor at Practo.com. Also, she is an intern in Delhi State AIDS Control Society. Her area of research includes social psychology, positive psychology, health psychology. She has also published approximately 20 papers on mental health in renowned national and international journals. Thank you, ma'am. It's a pleasure to have you on this platform. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Dr. Deepika. Uh, Let me share my screen. And I am really delighted to be here. And I'm really thankful to Om Sterling Global University, Pro Vice Chancellor of the university, Dean, sir, of course, and the FDP Organizing Committee. Thank you for having me as a speaker today. It's a wonderful opportunity for me too to share my ideas and thoughts over the topic. And this particular topic has been always my favorite to talk about because I really connect with this topic. And whenever I interact with my students, also, we majorly discuss about these things because this is the main aspect of life now. So I hope my screen is visible. Yes, Dr.
Yes, I'm
Deepika.
visible.
Yes.
Yes,
Thank you
ma'am,
so much.
your screen is visible.
Thank you so much. So, today's topic of discussion for us is personality development through life skills. Personality development has always been, as I mentioned, my favorite topic to talk about. And this, why this is interesting and my favorite topic, because there's always new things and aspects and scope to improve and to work upon personality whenever we want, whatever we want. We can, try working upon our personality. And whenever we get a new idea and we get new influence with the new thought and we want to add some creativity into our personality, we can always do it. That's why it's a very interesting topic. And uh, it has a lot of demand in the society also. Most of the people are looking forward how I can work upon my personality, how I can improve it, how I can make it more influential, how can I feel great, look great, and represent myself in a best possible way. So, personality development through life skills. So basically, I would like to mention, I'd like to talk about first life skills because we are going to talk about personality development through life skills. So life skill is the first thing which we have to focus upon to develop our personality. Life skill is nothing that we don't have, or life skill is not really which we have to bring into ourselves. So basically, life skill is all the psychological competencies which we already have in ourselves. The interpersonal skills, the social skills, all the things we already have in ourselves. We don't have to bring it from outside or create altogether new. We have all the things in ourselves. The tendencies of decision making, we can say tendencies of problem solving, critical evaluations, creativity, communication, or everything we have. We have healthy relationships. We have tendency of empathy. We have all these life skills in us. But the point is, with the help of these life skills, we can improve our personality whenever we want, as the way we want. We just have to focus on the life skills we have. And if we want to make our life more productive and healthy, we just have to focus a little extra on the life skills we have. And life skills are nothing but they are the skills which makes our life a bit easier, because this skills tells us how we can be the best in our life, how we can do the things we do in a best possible manner. So life skills are the skills we already have. We don't have to, we need not to bring it from outside. We need not to, do too much of effort in getting it. We all have it. We just have to recognize it. So we have life skills, and then the next aspect to connect with is personality. So we have to focus on to our personality and life skills come into parlor, and the personality will be developed and groomed like anything. So next is personality. All right. So first we'll talk about type of life skills. We have almost three kind of life skills. That's a broader aspect and broader definition of life skills: thinking skills, social skills, and emotional skills. These are the umbrella terms which tells us that thinking skills has so many other skills falling into this category. Then social skills, we have the social intelligence, how we create relationships, how we maintain relationships, how we are in interpersonal relationship, how we act into these relationships, how we connect with the world outside us. And emotional skills, how we manage our own emotions, how we deal with others emotions, how we connect with people with the help of emotions. All the things falls into these categories. So life skills are broadly categorized into three parts, three categories, I would say: thinking skills, social skills, and emotional skills. This was a little kind of explanation I have to give, but yeah, we'll discuss more detail about it in the detail. So, personality. Here comes the main point and the most important point: personality and personality development. Personality is what? And personality is all the things which we have into ourselves. As I mentioned, the qualities, the special combination of the qualities that every individual has. How we behave, how we feel, how we think is a reflection of our personality. What we are, how we feel, how we react, how we perceive the things, everything in combination makes our personality. So what I am, what how I am being seen, how I am being observed by the other people, how I am reacting to different situations, what is my point of view, what is my way of thinking, all these is coming into one frame, that is personality. And personality development is nothing but just a better version of what we are already. We are already having good personality, of course, believe in it that you all have great personalities, but there's always a scope of improvement. We can always work upon having a better version of ourselves. And that's interesting too, because what we have to do is we have to always keep on grooming ourselves. We have life skills, one thing is already done. We have personality already, so that the second thing is already done. We have both the things which we need. We have life skills and personality both. So what do we need now? Just a little effort and focus upon how we can work in bringing both the things together, life skills and personality, and develop it. So I have a version of myself and I'm making it a better version. That's personality development. And that's in dynamic constructions and deconstruction of the characteristics which an individual have. My behavior traits, my personality, everything I have in myself, and that I am working upon. I'm reducing something, I'm enhancing something, and in combination of that, I am coming to the best part of myself. That is personality development. So we have it already, and we have to work a little more on it to make it better, to make it, and don't make it better for others only. Don't analyze yourself and assess yourself and measure yourself on the criteria what others are saying you. Whatever you feel like is the right thing for you, you can develop your personality in according. You don't have to just see from others' eye. You have to see it from your own eye and see what part of your personality, what section of your part, or what section of your personality you want to improve. That is what you can work upon. And we'll have lots of discussion upon how we can work upon these things and how we can enhance our personality. So, self awareness. This seems like a boring term sometimes, but self awareness is understanding or knowing about your reflections through introspection. You are having your reflection through introspection, what you are, what you're not. So we all have certain strengths and weaknesses, and we are supposed to have. So no individual is there without strengths or weaknesses. Everybody has some strengths and weaknesses. It's just that you have to be aware about it first. You should know what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses. We can have both. We should have both. So, knowing about oneself is the first step towards personality development. Unless you know who you are, what are your strengths and weaknesses, you won't be able to groom. So, what you have to do is Just know about yourself a little more. And how we can do it? Just write a journal or maybe make a list of your strengths and weaknesses. So once you have that list of your strengths and weaknesses, you can actually match up with that which how many are more and then what is to work upon. The purpose of writing the strength and weaknesses is not that you have to work on your weaknesses or more and you reduce the number of your weaknesses. No. I'm an advocate of positive psychology. So I believe that once you have strength, you can work upon strengthening your strengths. So the first thing we have to do is make a list of the strengths and the weaknesses, which is possible. Definitely, we have it. So make a list of it. One thing would be that you will be more aware of yourself, of the characteristics of yourself, which you were not very aware of earlier. So you will get more idea about what you are, what strengths and weaknesses you have. And you can count strength, every small thing, every good thing about your personality, you can count them into strength. Let's say if you have a very good smile, so you can say, yeah, that's my strength. If you have a very good interactive way, you talk to people very nicely, your dressing sense is very good, you are a very good driver, so all this comes into your strength. So when you analyze your personality, when you are working on self awareness, you have to get a clear idea about that I have a big list of strengths and I can have a list of weaknesses too, which I'll work upon. But primary factor is when you are working on self awareness, know about yourself. And when you want to put it into personality development, you have to focus on the strengthening your strengths. That will enhance your confidence, that will boost your energy, and that will bring a happiness, a confidence inside you. You will feel like, okay, yeah, you're grooming, you're growing. And as your major focus will be on your strengths, your weaknesses will all automatically go down and will get more weakened, right? So self awareness is the central thing of what you are. So if you want to groom, if you want to actually work upon your personality development, you can only develop the things which you know at the base. You can only create a building on a land which you're already aware of, that the quality of land, strength of the land, how you can work upon it, how much is the area, everything you know to build a big building. So when you are working upon yourself also, you have to know each and every part of your personality, each and everything you have. So self awareness makes you stronger, confident and efficient to start to develop your personality. So that's the first thing. Okay, one thing I want to mention, if you have any question about the topics which I'm discussing, you can ask in between also, there's no problem. But the point is, first thing is self awareness. And I hope you understood the concept. Self awareness, do some introspection, do some reflection of your personality, observe yourself in everyday activities, in every situation. Give yourself some time, sit with yourself, write about yourself, like what I am, how I am, what I think about myself. And don't just see yourself from others' eye, just see from your own eye. How do you understand what you are? Everything about you, and just know it thoroughly. Self awareness is must and the first step towards being uh, for having a developed personality, right? All right. Types of awareness. There could be two types of awareness: self awareness, public self awareness. When you see that how people think of you, when you connect with people, how you relate with people, how good you are in social situations, how good you are in adhering to the social norms, so how you are being watched, how you are being evaluated in public situations, how you are good in interacting with people, and when you are center of attraction, how you are reacting. So that also comes in the category of social intelligence, that you are having the public self awareness of yourself. How you're going to act, how you're not going to connect with people, what makes you go to the public gathering, what doesn't help you in interacting with people. So all those things you have to know about yourself. Public self awareness, this is very important part. So whenever we meet with people, we are something different. When we are in private, we are different. And it's okay to be different in both the situations, because yes, our public and personal roles and responsibilities and choices are different. We can definitely behave differently in both the situations. So public self awareness, but you should know about yourself, that how you are in public. And then private, what you like about yourself, what you doesn't like. When you see yourself in mirror, how do you feel about yourself? When you see yourself in the mirror, that is your self awareness. You are in private, you observe yourself, you see your body, you see your expressions and how you look, and then of course, uh, what do you like about yourself, what you doesn't like about yourself, the kind of feeling you have when you meet certain people, when you have to speak on stage, what do you feel from inside, when you talk to some people you're really liking about, when you have crush on somebody, how do you react, how do you experience and feel. All these things comes into private self awareness, and both the kind of awareness is important for us for a developed personality, public self awareness and private, and make sure that you are focusing on on both the parts at the same time. All right, the next thing, after self awareness, you have to learn speaking up. Speak up is when you communicate publicly, assertively, and honesty for the right and need of yourself and others. Basically, when you talk to people assertively, assertively when you are more assertive when you are confident and sure. So when you are speaking truth, when you are honest, and when you're confident, you become a very good speaker. Our belief and behavior around personal communication emerge from how we are trained and treated in the childhood. That's also a part of our personality, which keeps on influencing our personality, how we were being treated in the childhood, how we were nurtured and trained in the childhood. But yes, that time is gone. So now, if you want to work upon your personality, you can just understand what happened in the past, but still you can work upon the present situation. You can, as I said, self awareness will help you in understanding what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, and accordingly you can work upon, like, moving up and down of any characteristics or any trait which you want to work upon. You can definitely work upon the ideas. Fine. So, to help you take new steps to learn to speak more powerfully for yourself and advocate for your own needs, values, and wishes, here are some tips we can talk about. Examine what you learned in childhood. Why I'm focusing on childhood is because we are the reflection of what we were in the childhood, what we learned in the childhood, how we were trained and treated in the childhood. So if we were given freedom of expression, we have the same characteristics now also. But if we were not having that freedom or resources, or maybe the quality was not inculcated in us, maybe we are experiencing this response of the same experience now. So you have to understand, just go a little back into your childhood and understand how was it, so you can know what is the reason of your current situation. Now you can correct it also. Second point is, get very clear about what you need to say and have that conversation. So you just have to think in your mind what is very important for you. So whether you believe it or not, you have to speak up. If you talk about personality development, you have to speak up. I'm not saying that speak in every situation and speak to everyone. I'm just saying whatever is in your mind, whatever is in your heart, whatever you think is valuable for you, whatever you believe in expressing, right? Whatever you want to present in front of people, you have to speak up, have the conversation. But before having the conversation, get the clarity in your mind, get clarity in your thought, what exactly you're going to talk about, right? So be the highest version of yourself when you communicate. So when you communicate to people, try to present your best. Try to be the highest version of yourself. That you don't have to just shout it loud. You just have to be confident about the words you're speaking. And for that, you should know the details of the things which you're speaking about. So speak up. You can keep the quality and quantity of the material you're going to speak. You can keep it at the best possible level when you keep the quality and quantity of the words which you are going to present. Too much of both won't help because people will not take that much from you. So keep it precise, keep it brief, but speak up. And understand the ecosystem around you. Fine. Ecosystem means, we cannot always speak about what I feel. We have to understand what is the ecosystem requiring. Sometimes there is some situation where maybe people are speaking bluntly and they are blaming each other, or maybe they are not really interested in listening but speaking only. So at that point, you can analyze and think and choose to speak or not to speak. You can understand whether being blunt or very much straightforward will bring something back to you. So you need not to modify or moderate, or maybe sometimes you don't have to mold your statements. You can keep quiet also. And if you want to moderate your sentence and statements, you can do that too. But you have to understand the ecosystem. So speaking where your words are being given value, that's the most important thing. If you think that words are not being given value here, if you think that whatever you say people will take it negatively, if you think that you are not given good chance, but I want to put in, I want to step in, and I want to just jump into the conversation and say something, you need not to do that. Just understand the ecosystem where you will be valued or not, you will be observed positively or not. So maybe at some work culture, being democratic leader, or maybe the your expression of thoughts will be valued or not. So if you think that the you have the freedom to speak and you will not be understood in a wrong manner, then you can speak definitely. But if you think that whatever you say, nobody's going to nothing is going to make difference, and nobody's going to listen to me, and it's not interesting or whatever, you need not to speak. You can keep quiet also. But whatever you want to do, just observe the ecosystem, just surrounding, and then do whatever you want. But you should be confident and comfortable for inside, and not regretting after speaking. So thinking before you speak is always being said as a quote, and it's a very important but not an easy task. Thinking before you speak. If you practice that, you are going another step. That's the second step ahead to develop your personality. Keeping your words with you and speak whenever it's required. Right? All right. So the practice effective listening. Right? I'll give you a very good example on this. You all might have heard of Nelson Mandela. Why I'm quoting him? There are a number of other leaders, famous leaders of India and other countries as well, who can be quoted, and they have been very good leaders as well. But I'm quoting Nelson Mandela because I've heard and read a lot about him, and he was recognized universally, globally, as a very good leader. So, irrespective of nation, language, and culture, he was considered as a very good leader. That's why I'm quoting his example here. So, he has been a wonderful leader. So, once he was asked that, where did you learn to be such a good leader? Then what was his answer? He said that when he was young, they used to live in the tribe, and their father was, they used to interact with the tribes more, and his father was the tribe chief. So whenever he used to go to the meetings or interact with the tribe members, Nelson Mandela used to go with his father. So he mentioned two things about those meetings. One thing, that whenever they used to sit in a meeting, they used to sit in a circle so that they can be more interactive. They can see each other face. So that is the first step towards effective listening. Sit in a position where you can interact with almost all the people. So they used to sit in a circle. Second thing, he said that his father was always the last to speak. These two things he has learned from his father. We, all our life, we are being told to listen to others, to practice effective listening. But I would say we should practice, we should learn to speak in the last. This is the first practice and very effective practice you can always, try if you want to develop that quality of effective listening. All right. So once you do that, you have so many aspects. You will have a lot of information to gain from others. I have also sometime I talk about effective listening, but I have experienced that sometime when I have any opinion about situations, if I'm going to my classroom, I have a situation. So I'll say, okay, this is the situation, this is my opinion, and give your opinions. So it's too late at that time because I've already given my opinion. If I want to be effective listener, I have to try two things. Number one, I have to give chance to other people. And how does that affect is it gives confidence to other people to realize and feel that they are being heard. They have contributed effectively. So if I'm a leader, I'm giving chance to other people to speak first, right? And the second thing is that if I am listening to other people, if I am giving value to their words, in
Ma'am, you are
return.
not visible.
Sorry, my camera is on.
Dr. Priyanka,
Yes, am I audible? My camera is on.
your voice, ma'am,
Hello?
your voice is breaking.
Okay, sorry to interrupt. Let me check. Yeah, am I audible? Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am, please continue.
Am I audible clearly?
Ma'am, please continue. You are visible and audible.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
ma'am, audible.
Thank you, thank you.
Yes, ma'am, audible. Please continue.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. So we were talking about effective listening. Sorry for the interruption in the middle. And I was saying that if you are practicing to speak in the end, there are two benefits. One is that other people who are speaking will believe and understand that yes, they are given chance to speak and their point of view is given valued, is valued. They are contributing into the system. They are contributing into the conversation. The second benefit is you will get to hear what others have to say, what others' opinion are. So not by so instead of jumping to the conclusion and giving your opinion first, just sit down, relax, and listen to others' opinion. Maybe that listening to others will help you in understanding what your point of view is, and you can reframe or you can make it better once you'll understand or listen to others' opinion. All right. And another thing you can practice with is it whenever you agree with somebody, do not nod yes. When you disagree, do not nod no. Just listen to them silently, peacefully. You can look into their eyes, but you don't give any gesture. Do not give any reaction. Why? Because once you give reaction, other people are feeling the same way. So if you nod no, that might create some kind of disturbance or discomfort to the people who are listening, or might be they will not be able to speak their heart out and what exactly they feel like. They will not be able to speak that way. All right. So whenever you're listening to people, just listen carefully and then ask questions. Try to understand their point of view. Ask question to understand, not to contradict. Ask question, listen to them, understand their point of view, and whenever you are needed to speak, then give your point of view and speak. I know it's not really easy because it's easy to say but hard to practice. But if you want to be a great leader like Nelson Mandela, if you want to groom our personality like really remarkable way, we want to be identified as a great individual, then we have to practice effective listening. Learn to speak in the end, in the last. That's a very important point which we have to understand. And there are other characteristics and ideas or tips you can follow to be an effectively listener. Face the speaker and maintain eye contact. That's we all know, and we should always practice it. Be attentive but relaxed. You cannot just gaze into somebody's eyes. You just have to relax, look into the eyes, be attentive, pay attention, but you should look relaxed, not anxious, not very with a negative, with a question mark on your face. What are you speaking? Why are you speaking? Not like this. You just have to be attentive and relax, that you are paying attention to what person is speaking. Keep an open mind. Do not just let your initial thought block the message which is coming from outside. Keep an open mind. Let the message come from outside and take it as a new input into your addition of learning. Make it make it as a new addition into your learning. Why? Because you might learn something new and exciting by paying attention to others and listening to others. So don't just block yourself by thinking that I know everything, I need not to know it from others. No, whenever somebody is saying, there would be something different from you because the person is different from you. There are individual difference. Everybody has different IQ, perception, identification, understanding. Everything is different. So you can certainly listen to people with open mind. You take it or not, that's what your choice. But you should know what is happening. And do not interrupt and don't impose your solutions. You don't have to interrupt when people are speaking, because then whatever you want to say will not be valued, because it's interruption, it's not sharing. And do not impose your solutions. You can't force people to follow your solution and believe in your solution. You can just try putting your words and ideas whenever needed, but do not interrupt, because that is not a right way of communicating. And do not impose your solutions. Wait for the speaker to pause to ask clarifying questions. You should not ask question in the middle whenever you get the click of the question. I have a question, first address my question. No, this should not be there. So wait for the speaker to pause, because let the speaker finish. Maybe there are the things, maybe the answer of your question is there in the remaining half of the statement or the conversation. So maybe you will be answered there and then. But until you listen the whole conversation, you'll never come to know what was the solution, right? So to make a better impression and to understand the concept clearly, you have to be patient. Let the speaker finish and then put your question. Your quality of question will also improve that time. Listen to the feeling and fact too. Listening to the other's feeling, because body language also says something. My tone of voice, my pitch of the voice, my use of words, by pauses between the words, the emotion attached with it, you can all understand it if you listen to me carefully. Something I can be talking aggressively, few things I'm talking very politely and pitifully, or with a lot of emotion, happiness, anger, stress, whatever could be there. There could be number of emotions in my speaking, and you can only understand my feeling and emotion if you are listening to me carefully. If you're not listening to me carefully, you have all your thoughts running into your mind. You're not able to understand what my feelings are. Maybe statement can be same, but the meaning of the statement changes with feeling. For example, what are you doing? That's a question that I'm asking. What are you doing? If I'm saying, what are you doing? So that means I'm pointing out you, that what you're doing. But unless you listen to me carefully, understanding my feelings, you will not understand what the question was. So rather than misunderstanding the concept, better pay attention a little bit more and understand the feeling behind what is being said. Right? So learn to speak in the end is the first and the most effective listening technique for the personality development. And we should try it. Definitely. Yeah, manage your time. We have heard it since I was a very young girl. I used to listen, manage your time, make a timetable, manage your time. I would say current generation is majorly due to entertainment, due to TV, due to social media, mobile, so many things. We are dumbing down to ideas. Why? Because we have traded our effectiveness with busyness. We are so busy. This generation is extremely busy. We are always busy. And few statistics says, and there are certain researches very interestingly mentioning that this generation, the current generation, is the most busy generation in comparison to any other generation had happened or ever existed. We are so busy, but we don't know what we are busy in. We have shifted our attentiveness, our smartness with busyness. So some researchers have worked upon it and found out the solution, found out the results that almost 80% of the time we are engaged with the activities which are not qualitative and productive. We are most of the time engaged with either answering the calls or responding to the messages, or just the random things we have cluttered for ourselves. There's a clutter of useless things which we have created around us. We are busy with those cluttered things for 80% of the time, and only for 20% of the time we are busy with the things which we are created for, which we are meant for, which really interest us, which really contribute into our personality. So most of the time we are engaged with unnecessary things, but we have made them important because we have started focusing on those things rather than more important aspects. And 20% of the time we are busy only with the thing which can be contributed to develop as a person. So let's say 80% and 20%. And if we switch that number from 80% being extremely effective, doing the things which I'm meant for, I created for, I like doing, I am, very much interested in, which improves me, which makes my learning increased. If I spend that 80% of the time into the activity which I am born to do, and 20% of the time I can keep for the clutters and the responsibilities and the things which are not so important but we were engaged earlier. If I shift that time, see how much quality I can bring into my personality, my life, my future. So anything, good things, creativity needs time. Good things need time. Improvement need time. Analytical thinking, analysis, and grooming needs time. If you have the time, you can do whatever you want. If you don't have the time, whatever you try, if you don't have the time, you can't do that. So when somebody comes to me and take my time, if somebody if somebody take my phone, I can get another phone, right? If somebody might take my laptop, I can get another laptop. If somebody take my car, I can still buy another car. I can have it whenever. If I'll try, I can get it. But if somebody taking my time, he or she is taking something from me which is irreplaceable, irreversible. I cannot bring it back ever. So you always think upon the ideas which is more important for you. The cluttered thing, 80% of the time when you're busy, 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 answering phone, answering mails, talking to people, going to market, doing blah, 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 or you want to spend more of the time on grooming yourself, making yourself, creating yourself, developing, spending time with oneself. Even if you're sitting idle with self, still you can give a lot of efforts and energy, still you are contributing into developing yourself. So what you want to choose both way is your choice, 80% or 20%. But whenever we realize it, if you make your schedule, if you just check your schedule for a day, I can challenge you, you will realize that half of the things were not really important but I was in capped with it. Some guest has come to my home. Yeah, I know social interactions are important, talking to people are important, but getting involved into useless activities sometimes, basically media, social media has kept us so much busy. We can reduce time from there, and taking time from there and sitting idly and silently, peacefully within yourself, with yourself, doing nothing, is even better than getting capped with the phone. So you have to understand how you can go manage your time, how you can put quality. And time is irreplaceable, right? You cannot buy time from anything. So managing time will help you in giving more quality interaction, more quality time to the better parts of your personality, to better part of your learning, and to groom, to develop. And there are other tips also which can contribute into time management. Work out your goals. So you have to understand that if you have a specific goal, how long it's going to stay, how much time you're going to spend on this particular goal, how much quality is required. So you finish your goals within that time. Try to reach to your targets within that time limit is very important, right? Make a list. Making a list, making a timetable, it's very important. Making a list will help you in understanding that which are the things which are more important and what are the unimportant things. So make a list of the things and set the priorities according to. Focus on the results, because yes, everything we are doing to look forward to results. Whatever we are doing, we are making food so that we can get a tasty healthy food. We are going to office so that we can groom ourselves, we can learn something and spend quality time in learning and grooming, right? So everything has a result. Focus on the result, what you will get out of it. Whenever you start any task, have the thought in your mind where it is going to lead to you, right? Then have a break. When it's time, when we are talking about time, break has to come in the discussion. We cannot work like a clock. We cannot always run. Relaxation is a part of grooming, is a part of development. Relaxation or break gives you the capability, brings you back to the center and the core, and make you think that where you're going, what you're doing, what next to do. All right. So having a break is important to sit back, relax, and give a thought what to do the next. Prioritize important tasks, of course. Sometimes we are engaged with the random things because there's a big pile of the random things. and maybe the important tasks are two only, but we are not doing that. I see that there's a big pile of unnecessary things, 20 things I have to do, and important things are two only. So I have to first start doing the bigger pile, dealing with the bigger pile, because that's huge. So I'm not focusing on the important ones. So if you want to work upon yourself, develop yourself, no matter how big the pile is of unnecessary things or not so important things, work upon the things which are much more important for you. Prioritize. What are your priorities? What you want in the future, what you expect from yourself should be the first idea when you're deciding on the time. And then practice 4Ds. 4Ds: delete, do, delegate, and defer. You don't have to do everything. When you think something is really unimportant, delete it, eliminate it. Don't have to do it. You can't do everything in the life. You can't please everyone. You cannot make happy everyone. You cannot be a superhuman, because superhuman puts lots of energy, and there's lot many efforts required. We are not superhuman beings. We are human beings. We are best human beings. So we know what to do and what not to do, and not doing, eliminating things or not doing things also a aspect of our personality which tells us that I have the power, I have the right, I have the understanding of what is not so important for me. So if there's unimportant things, delete them. If there are something really really important, do it. You have to analyze and understand what is really important, then do it. Delegate. When you think that there are certain works which can be done by others and it's okay, it's not going to harm the task, it's not going to harm the results, you can delegate it. You don't have to take everything on you. I have to do everything. I have to do everything. Nobody else is doing. Who is there to help me? No one helps me. Or no, I want perfection. I can't rely on anyone else. I have to do everything myself. No, you just have to delegate when you believe. You have to trust others, and you can delegate your task to others. And then defer. You can delay thing also. You can put it to do later if you think that there is important task to do at once and other things are there which you can put for later. So you can certainly think and plan accordingly, and you can defer it for the next time to complete. So time management is a very important task, and never forget, once you lose the time, it's never going to come back, right? Yeah. So focus on the time if you want to groom your personality. Being honest to yourself, yes, that's a very important trait. And as I told about self-awareness, this is also very important, that you accept your weaknesses and flaws. You should understand what you are, why you are. And if you maybe you pretend to be whatever in public, you pretend to be a very intellectual person, a very calm person, moderate person, sophisticated, gentleman, or a very groomed individual, whatever we are presenting in front of people. But deep down in heart, we know what we are. I'm not telling you to show it to everyone else what you are, because that's your choice. That's your internal. Once you feel like showing, you can. Otherwise, not. So that's your choice. But the point is, being honest to yourself. Self knowledge is very important for us to groom our personality, because when we know what are my flaws, what are my strengths. So, self know you are what your core is. No matter how much you coat it with colors to please the world, to present it in front of people, to make a fake picture, but always be what you are from the core. Your core is your truth. So never get away from your truth. Whatever it is, just be with it, accept it. Change it if you want to change it. If you want to make any changing in yourself, you can do it. But don't fake it. Do not make an artificial picture of your own self. You have to trust yourself and believe in yourself and be true to yourself. What's true will continue. Benefits of being true to yourself is what? What's true will continue to exist, because you don't have to remember it. When something is true, it automatically stays into your memory. We don't have to frame it. We don't have to put energy to remember it. We just have to believe in it and accept it. So, in the childhood, when we used to lie to our mothers, we always have to remember, what did I say last time? I have to repeat. When if I'll be asked again, might have to repeat it. But when it is true, it will exist as it is. You need not to reframe it or remember it or put extra energy and put efforts into it. So, whatever is true will continue to exist. What is the next benefit? We become more fearless. When we have accepted the truth, that's my truth, I don't know further. You analyze it, you judge it, you take it or not, you leave it, or you maybe interpret me, you perceive me, whatever you do. What this is, I am, and that's how I am. I'm not gonna fear now. I'm fearless because I've accepted it, and that's the fact. Nobody can change it. Then next benefit is you gain more clarity. I'm more clear about my ideas and my thoughts, whatever I am. If I know that I'm a bad driver, even if I pretend that I have cars, I drive, I go there, doing this. If I know from my core that I'm a bad driver, I know that I have to work upon my driving. I'm more clear about it. Or I also know that I'm not supposed to drive until I learn it perfectly. So that's also clear. I don't have to pretend, I don't have to try if I'm being true to myself. And friendship becomes healthier. You know, when we were kids, when we were in college, we used to make best friends. And when we are in offices, we make just colleagues and, co workers. They are no friends because we are pretending. We have come into the phase when we are more pretending to be, perfect, professional, perfectionist, or maybe more intellectual and having good personality. And I'm just pretending. Maybe sometime we have to pretend as the need of the situation also. But the more we are true to ourselves and we are more true to expressing ourselves, we make healthier friendship, because friendship needs no fakeness, and trust and reality and truth. So if we are honest, we make good friends. Whatever we are, just accept it, just share it with whomsoever you're comfortable with, and you make good friends. So being true to yourself makes so many changes into us and develops our personality, because we are fearless. We have clarity. We need not to manipulate things and put lots of energy into showing fakeness and working upon the flaws or hiding the flaws. No, I am what I am. I will try to change myself whenever I'll feel like, otherwise I'm fine. All right. So be honest to yourself is another key to develop your personality. Having confidence. Having confidence, this word we have heard many time, a lot of time, and the first characteristic of being a leader and having a good personality is being confident. So, whether you believe it or not, our success, our achievement, our position doesn't really depend upon what I have inherited, what I have in terms of money, how much scores I have, how many book I have written, how many journal I have published, or how many people I talk to, how many big shots I know. No, my success doesn't depend on that. My success depends on how much confidence I have. If I am confident about myself, if I am confident about the situation and society and everything around us, nobody can stop me. It's the confidence which takes you. We all know Priyanka Chopra Jonas, yes. She talks about one thing, and I'm really liking that. She says that the confidence takes you wherever you want to go, because confidence gives you power, that zeal, that energy that you have to move. The confidence tells you that I can do it. And once you feel that I can do it, I certainly try it harder. So confidence comes within. Sometimes, yeah, it is being boosted by other people. But if you want a sustainable confidence in you, that comes from within. So when you find yourself getting away from the confidence, you should always think about it. I can do it. I can try this, and I'm surely very good at this. I am talented. I have the power. I can change whatever I want. So feeling of certainty is confidence, right? So everyone has the talent. You should just trust and respect yourself. That's the prior thing. Just a second. Just a second. Yeah, sorry, I just got some interruption with my network. Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Please
Thank you.
continue.
Thank you. Yeah. So you have to appear confident, you have to look confident, you have to practice confidence. Basically, everyone has talent. You should just trust and respect yourself, and you will gain that confidence once you trust yourself. So there are certain ways through which you can develop and practice confidence. First thing is appear confident. Appear confident means you have to look confident with appearance. And appearance doesn't mean that you have to wear fancy clothes and wear dresses according to the society and according to the people. And if you wear suit, you wear Western clothes, or you wear any specific expensive attire, you look confident. No, whatever you are comfortable in, you should wear that, and that bring you confidence. That brings you confidence. So whatever makes you feel comfortable will give you energy, and that energy comes from within. That I'm comfortable. If you're wearing clothes which are very expensive but not comfortable enough, that will be disturbing you or interrupting your confidence and your peace. So you have to feel confident while wearing clothes. With your appearance, you have to always wear a clothes which suits you and whichever your body feels comfortable in. Then you have to keep perfect posture, back straight, eye interaction, eye to eye contact, and chin high. You have to keep your body and posture like this. This shows that you are ready. You are aware of the things. You are ready to gain knowledge and gain information from outside. You are ready for the interaction. So you have to keep perfect body posture. You should always look at the posture, because our body posture talks a lot about us. And whatever is running in our mind is reflecting through our body. So whatever is your current state of mind, your body exactly act the same way. So when you're talking, when you're faking, when you're lying, when you're true, every emotion, every state of mind reflects through your body posture. So whenever you feel that you feel confident, you keep your body posture high. Or to feel more confident, you always work upon your body posture. Keep it aligned. Then smile. Keep a smile on your face that gives a positive energy to yourself, that brings a happiness within, and that give a message to people that you're a positive person and you are approachable because you have smiled. So you are not making expressions and faces and giving bad looks to people. You're smiling. That means you are welcoming, right? So that means you are confident, you are comfortable, you show comfort when you smile, and comfortable people are liked by other people in societies. Make eye contact. Making eye contact is very important aspect, because when we make contact with people, people feel that they are being heard, they are being valued, they are being given attention to. And making eye contact makes the way of conversation a little easier and more clearer. So having confidence means that you have a confident appearance, you have a good body posture, you have a good smile on your face, and you're making eye contact with people. Then, thinking confidently, recognize your talent and good qualities, write them down. Think confident about within yourself. Think of the obstacles you might have and work upon and finding the way out from those obstacles. Remember that everybody who want to work upon confidence had to struggle. Everybody had to struggle. So you're also doing the same. Nothing big, but you should always try doing it. See confidence as a process, not a singular achievement. So confidence is not just you are confident, that's it. No, there have been a lots of things which you have worked upon to gain confidence. So it is a process, not just one activity. Just remember you have to do certain things to gain confidence. And remember, you were born with it. What it is, it means that when we were kids, when we were too young, we didn't know what's right and wrong. We just used to act. We were what we were. We did what we liked, and we did not observe people, how people are seeing to me, looking at me, how people are thinking about me. No, we were just what we were. We need not to manipulate and think about other things. So remember, you were born with the confidence. It got fluctuated because of subtle societal situations. People tried commenting on you, you took them seriously, and this is how the confidence got fluctuated. So remember, you were born with it, and practice that. And practice confidence, embrace your interest. You can try talking to strangers. Don't over apologize. Yes, saying so much sorry is also not a good characteristic, because that will make a image of you that you're so sorry and you're so wrong, that you are the only one who did the mistake and all that. No, if you're sorry, you can apologize, and just done. Don't over apologize. Accept compliments gracefully, that you can take it positively. Yes, okay, yeah, thank you, and I'm taking it. Do not get overexcited for that too. Fine, and expect success. That's a very good point. And not just me, Shah Rukh Khan also says that. How? Shah Rukh Khan says that ना in his famous picture that जब आप किसी चीज को बहुत शिद्दत से चाहते हो तो पूरी कायनात उसे आपसे मिलाने के लिए एफर्ट्स करती है, कोशिश करती है. Same way, expect success. Always think of success. Plan success, imagine success. और अब किसी चीज को इतनी शिद्दत से चाहोगे, you will certainly gain it. So always imagine that, okay, this is going to be good, great, and I'm going to get it, and I'm going to succeed, and this is going to contribute very well. So if you imagine it, if you expect it, don't just hope for it. You just get more clear expectation is I'm going to get it. I would get it if I'll try it this much. So having that expectation will lead you to success. So have confidence that you are doing it right and you can do it. Stop whining. This is very important point. And now few people might wonder, like definitely I also did once I heard it for the first time. What's whining? So we have so many people around us who are too much into whining and complaining and criticizing about the daily life issues, which eventually become our habit. Whining means I don't want to, why I have to, why did you, why always me? I don't like it. I don't do it. It's so troubling. It's so pressurizing. Always into the situation, feeling pity for yourself and feeling yourself into trouble. That's whining. Complaining that why did you, why don't you, why he did not, why this is happening, why people are creating, why not me, why are they. So this is complaining and criticizing. This is all wrong, this is all they didn't do it according to me, that's all went unexpectedly and all these things. So stop using those things, stop whining, stop complaining, and try practicing one day in your week. No whining day, no complaining day. And whenever you complain on that particular day, you put a 10 rupee note in a box. That you're complaining, put 10 rupee note. Complaining, put 10 rupee note. And what will happen? I practiced it once in my class, and students came up with, like, we have collected so much of money because we were whining too much. So that box got filled in a day. So the people who whine a lot, complain a lot, criticize a lot, that develop into their habit, that becomes part of your personality, and that create a negative aura around you. Stop whining, stop complaining. Just take one day when you are not doing any negative activity. You're not complaining, you're not whining, you're not criticizing. Stop whining. It's fine, because if we whine more, that becomes our part of personality. We become a person who's most complaining and not really solution seeker. We become a problem seeker. Wherever we go, he has come again. He's going to talk about problems. He's going to talk about the negative things and spread negative energy. No, talk positively. Just one no whining day. And with the rhyme, you can try no whining Wednesday. That, yes, that can work. Yes, because I have started working on that. So no whining day will make you feel better about the things you have in surrounding. Because when we crib, when we whine, when we complain and criticize, we are blocking ourselves from seeing the positivity around us, the 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 qualities we are getting. We are blessed to have so many things around us, but once our state of mind is into complaining and criticizing mode, we can't see the positivity around us. So it's better that stop whining and look at the other aspect of life. We are blessed with so many things in life. No whining, more positivity. So there could be two reasons for it. When do whining, we are craving connection. Maybe when we whine, we want to make connection with people, that I am so upset, please be my friend, I am so occupied, please help me. So we are looking for connections, maybe, but that's not the right way. Maybe we want to be appreciated or admired, or we are attention seekers. Maybe if I complain too much, people will feel like, yes, he is really troubled. Oh wow, you're dealing with so many problems, wonderful, yeah, you have a lot of strength, you're great, wow. So I'm looking for attention, I'm looking for appreciation, I want to be admired, that's why I'm whining a lot. Stop that craving. Don't crave for the stimulus from outside. Just do it within yourself. Appreciate yourself, admire yourself, and you do not need anybody's attention that way. So stop gaining attention by whining. If you stop about other people from whining, Stop engaging and encouraging whining conversation. Be polite and give it a few minutes of supportive listening. Ask, what are you going to do about it? Not, okay, yeah, you're dealing with so many problems. Wow, you're handling so many things. That's so negative. That's not so supportive. Rather than saying this, okay, what can we do about it? What can be the solution? How we can stop complaining and criticizing? So if you are solution oriented, you are developing as a positive person. Your personality is grooming, and you can meet with many of the obstructions and blockages of your life. Stop whining, start working and talking. Learn to say no gracefully. That's again very important aspect, that it's very easy to say yes to every request comes to you when you're not occupied. When you're not occupied, when you're not active, it's very easy to say yes because you have nothing else to do. One very famous writer has said, if you prioritize, if your priorities don't get scheduled into your planner, other people's priorities will get into your planner because you don't have any plan for yourself. So be clear about the life's highest objective, then to learn to say no with grace. Concentrate on your areas of excellence to utilize your time. Put your efforts into making yourself stronger, groom yourself, develop as a person, develop as a family individual, develop as a sibling, and maybe a teacher, or what is your occupation, whatever is your occupation, is develop as a person, as an expert. If you don't, a very famous saying says, if you don't respect yourself in your time, nobody is going to respect you. So if you will give value to your own self, you'll be occupied in self growth, self development. You'll have no time for other things or to waste into other things. So say no to non-essential activity and just say it. Don't have to mumble and think about it and be doubtful about it. Shall I say it? What other people will feel? I'll look rude. I will be feel like non-supportive. No. If you have important tasks to do, really important, then you say no gracefully. And be assertive and courteous. You have to be assertive and working upon yourself and developing grooming. And you can be courteous that, okay, sorry, I'm occupied. I'm preoccupied earlier with some very important task. I won't be able to spare time for you. You don't have to be blunt to say no. I can't do it. No, not going to help you. Don't say those things. You can just say, sorry, but I'm already occupied with a very important task. I don't have time to spare for your work. I'm really sorry. So be graceful and say no, because we can't do everything. We cannot please everyone around us. We cannot be available for everyone every minute. If you value your time, if you value your task, if you prioritize your activities, your functions, then you can give more quality to yourself. And it's okay to say no to others, but be graceful. All right? Stay in the present moment. This is very important part, that you don't have to crib about past, you don't have to procrastinate about the future, because once you go in a past, you're more depressed because you can't do anything. The things are bygone, and you can just crib about it, and you will get depressed about it. Why didn't I do it? Why couldn't I do it? I should have done it, my god. So that is depression. If you procrastinate about future too much, then you are in anxiety. What's going to happen? Why this happen? What should I do to make it happen? And you are anxious about the things which you are not sure about that it will happen in future or not. So you don't have to procrastinate. You don't have to get into anxiety of what is going to happen in future, because that's not into our control. What is in our control is present, and that's the most beautiful thing. That is why it is called as present. It's a gift, it's a current situation, it's the best way possible given to you, and you can make it even better for yourself if you will be in the present. Whenever you feel like you're going in the past and the future, bring yourself back into the present and think about it, how I can make it better. Because as I mentioned in the time management task, you will never get this time again. So people are stuck waiting for the future happiness rather than staying happy in the present moment and enjoying everything which is happening around you. Listening to music, eating whatever you're eating. So when you're eating, just focus on your food and enjoy the flavors and try to get the maximum flavor out of your food and quality. When you focus on one thing, you get maximum out of it. So just being present. The problem is that life doesn't last forever. And one day these people are going to look back, whosoever people are more into the past or in the future, not in the present. They're going to look back and realize that they have spent their whole life looking forward to the future rather than enjoying the moment they were in. And that moment never came, because whenever they are in the future, they'll keep on thinking about the next thing happening. They'll think about the further future. So they are never in the present and never enjoying. If you would like to make the most of the present, enjoy every minute you are giving to its fullest. Consider following these tips. Make a commitment to remain present. So it's okay and it's easy that we get distracted. But make a commitment to yourself that I'll be present. So whenever you get distracted, come back to the point. Whenever you get distracted, just give a message to yourself that, okay, no, I promised myself to be present in the present current situation. I am back. Develop a system which makes you more engaged into the present activity and don't make you think about the past and the future. Become aware of your body. Spend time with your body. Do exercise, do breathing. Become aware that what your body is demanding of, what you have to make it stronger and strengthen it, and get maximum to your body. You have responsibilities towards your body also. So focus on your body rather than focusing on other things. Remain conscious of your thoughts. You have to be aware of your thoughts. You should know that what is running in your mind, how it's impacting your brain, how it's impacting your feeling, moods, and your thinking. So you have to remain conscious about your thoughts, what's coming. So if it is coming related to past and the future, just eliminate them and come to the present. So be aware of your surrounding also, what's happening around, what the need of the situation, what is the need of the hour. So if you are aware of your surrounding, you will be least into the past and the future. So being present in the moment is a very important task and beauty of life. And of course, you can groom and you can put more energy into developing yourself when you are in present, because you're not wasting time. All right. Practice gratitude. Yes, we all know what is gratitude, but how many of us are actually practicing it? Being thankful to the nature, to the God, to the people around us, to every single individual who help us, maybe our newspaper wala, maybe our garbage taker, maybe the street vendor, maybe doodh wala, um, maybe press wala, everyone. Or maybe at your family, if anything is there, maybe to the materialistic thing and non-materialistic things, just be thankful to God, thankful to that energy and power for being into the situation, and for pray for the better future. So gratitude is the quality of being thankful. Just say thank you to the eternity, to the power, that yes, you have given me the opportunity to be in the position I am, and just give me more power to improve myself as a person. And be thankful to whatever has contributed into making you what you are. Readiness to show appreciation for and return to the kindness. That's very important, that you appreciate people. you know when one time once my sister told me that it's very easy to blame other, it's very easy to criticize others, and find other shortcomings. It needs a very big heart to appreciate others. It needs a lot of energy and efforts to appreciate and to thank others. So it's easy to criticize, no energy needed, no efforts needed, you're not giving value to it. So when you appreciate somebody, it needs a big heart. If you appreciate, that means you are a person with a bigger heart and a clearer and broader thinking aspect. Be kind to others if you want in return. That's how people say that if you want something in return, you have to give it. So be kind. That will spread kindness in chain. So every day think of three things you are grateful for. Maybe nature, maybe people, maybe community, maybe the services you are getting, maybe the anything, your family members, anybody. Maybe the comfort you are getting into the room, maybe the clothes, maybe the technology, everything you're getting to make your life better. You can thank to those. You can be grateful to these three things every day. Start a gratitude journal. You can write about good things. You can write, because writing can be, that's the best way of communicating and transfer of information from one generation to another. So start writing gratitude journal. It will spread positive message. Practice gratitude ritual. Means some people say grace before a meal. Always say thank you before having any meal. Pausing in a gratitude before eating doesn't have to be religious. You don't have to be religious for that. You just have to be thankful to the power, to the God, to the energy, to the nature, for giving you all these quality foods, to give you all this happiness and health which you are getting from the food. So having a practice gratitude rituals every day. Be thankful to whatever benefits you're getting from the nature. Practicing gratitude will bring a peace, will make you more calm, will make you more relaxed, and least into when you have grudges, when you have guilties, when you have any kind of situations in negative emotion situation, it will eliminate that. Be grateful, practice gratitude. Next, very important thing is adopt healthy lifestyle, because all the psychological aspects are important, but you have to adopt healthy lifestyle. And as the picture says, you have to balance between the diet and the exercise. So one thing is not sufficient. You have to work upon your healthy diet and exercising, because as much as you use your muscle, you're making it stronger. So it's muscles you have to activate, and your body is an engine which needs a perfect fueling to function more effectively. So perfect fueling means healthy diet. Fueling means healthy diet. So when it comes to your professional growth and career development, a majority of focus is on mastering our strengths and skills. So but it when it comes to your health, you have to be aware of your body, your lifestyle, you have to work upon, you have to contribute into the personal growth. So when you are working on your personality development, you have to have good health also. And exercise brings mental works on mental health and physical health both way. Healthy food and exercise develops your mental and physical health both way. So there are a few techniques. I'm rushing up because I can see the time. So there are a few techniques that start your day well. Adopt a routine. You have to function like you have to wake up at this time, do half an hour or 1 hour exercise, then eat healthy food, then make a routine of eating. You can't eat any time or every time. You cannot every eat everything. So you have to plan a routine that what you're going to eat, when you're going to eat. I'm not saying that work like a timetable or a clock, but just make sure that what your body needs, what is the condition of your body, what is more suitable for your body, and eat accordingly. Eat healthy, it's very important. You can try eating junk sometime if you really crave for it. Otherwise, try eating healthy. Move out of your comfort zone, because that best example is now, or maybe a little before this, that winters we really don't want to get up from our bed, we don't want to come out of our quilts because we are so cozy and comfortable there. But move out of comfort zone, because if you will move out of comfort zone, then only you will get success. Comfort and success, these are two a little far away things, or maybe opposite sided things. So if you are too much comfortable into one zone, you cannot, if you're not trying taking risk, if you're not taking yourself into the uncomfortable area, you will not able to realize how good it could have been. So try working on coming out of your comfort zone. So do more of what makes you happy: exercising, dancing, listening to music, going out with friends, chit chatting, cycling, swimming, whatever you like. Do whatever makes you happy, but just keep yourself engaged in a healthy activity. Follow relaxation techniques. Your brain also needs some feeding. Some power is required for your brain, some peace, some time is required for your brain. So practice yoga, and once you practice yoga, gradually you can move towards meditation. And for meditation, you don't have to go into the deeper time or so long time for meditation in first go, or even in the beginning also. You can give 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes to the deep breathing. Start with the deep breathing. Learn how you can develop your habit of deep breathing for 1 minute, and then next 2 minutes, and then 5 minutes, and then continuously keep on increasing the time. Because when you relax your body and brain, they start functioning more effectively. They are more qualitatively functioning if they are more relaxed and energized, because with the help of healthy food and exercise. So that's very important. Adopt a healthy lifestyle. And just a second. There is one more slide. Yeah. Okay. So there are a few more life skills which I'm not taking into detail. Writing about your feeling, thoughts, and situations every day, so that you have a eye on what's happening in your life and you can analyze what's right and wrong. Spend a day without phone. That's very important, and I understand that's very difficult in the current situation. But you should try to spend a day without phone and make sure doing this. Just try it once and you will realize how amazing it was. Because one day I mistakenly left my phone at home and I went to my workplace, and I realized that I'm not really getting too much occupied, and I'm enjoying the freedom because I'm not having that tick tick in my mind that some message has come, some call has come, somebody might be sending something important. So I anyway had to believe that okay, my phone is left, I can't do anything. So that day was really relaxing, and I realized I can spend a day without a phone. Yeah, it is possible. Try it, it's possible. List your problems. You can list your problems and try sorting them out one by one. You can't treat and you can't solve all the problem at once in one go. So you should always try to list your problem, and on the basis of the priorities, keep solving them. And sometimes I also say that you solve the easiest problem first. One problem will be out of your list, plus you will get some confidence that okay, you solved one, you can solve the next one also. So you can solve it on the basis of priorities, and you can solve it according to the level of difficulty as well. Solve the easiest one first, right? Then develop your talent, whatever talent you have: cooking, dancing, singing, even bathroom singing, or eating, flavors, or maybe writing, or maybe breathing, or maybe exercising. Whatever is your talent, swimming, playing an instrument, whatever is talent, develop it. Practice empathy. You have to be empathetic with people. You should be, because once you are empathetic, you are not troubling anyone, and you are creating a better environment and aura in the society, which makes people comfortable and people feel that you are approachable. Practice forgiveness and be humble. To keep yourself mentally, physically healthy, not for others, just for yourself. To keep yourself physically, mentally healthy, practice forgiveness. If you forgive others, you are relaxing your brain. You are bringing yourself out of that tension, that grudge, that irritation, that anxiety. That okay, maaf kar diya, and that maaf kar diya is like I'm out of it. So you should practice forgiveness and be humble. When you don't forgive, you have that grudge in your mind, and that's always sticking there that I hate it, I'm irritated, he did this to me, he did that to me, it was really wrong, I don't like it. So don't do that. Practice forgiveness, let it go away, and relax, because you are helping yourself, not others. It might help others later on. Take proper sleep. 6 to 8 hours sleep is must for us. Must. If you want to re-energize your brain, if you start that engine again, if you make yourself best functional, and if you want to make your brain function effectively, take proper sleep. It's very important. Don't compromise on your sleep. So if it is whatever it is important, like if I have to go to party, if I have to go to some function, if I have to meet some important people, or there's professional obligations, no, my sleep is important. And make it better. Best thing is night sleep, because in a day, whenever you try, you cannot get that good sleep which you get in the night. So try taking proper night sleep, 6 to 8 hours, very important. Listen to music. It's the best key to relax, to be with yourself, to just lighten up the mood, and sometimes to brighten up the mood. Listening music is very important. When you listen to the music, you feel light, and sometimes you get away from this, because when we feel the music and the words of the music, we get away from the current situation. So we sometimes be totally into a different situation, totally different environment, and we feel into the more pleasing and relaxing environment. We are out of the current tensions and worries and everything. So listening music will is a distraction, or sometimes get away from the difficult situations or troubling situations. Listening music calms us down, relax our brain, and makes us feel great. So these are also some skills which you can try. Fine, you can always try to develop yourself. Next is thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I extend my wholehearted thanks for your precious words of wisdom. Your thoughts have really enlightened us and shown us the importance of life skills in personality development. Your deep and intellectual way of the imparting knowledge has added to the charm and glory of this event. Your information will truly help us in our life. Your session was really interesting, engaging, and easy to understand. Again, thank you so much, ma'am.
So do we have any questions? Anybody? Do we have time for
Mm,
questions?
no, ma'am.
Sorry for that.
Yeah.
All right, no issues, no problem. So,
Okay.
what are we doing next? Shall I disconnect or what?